These are my relics for a solo run in Elden Ring Nightreign. So, I beat a Darkdrift Knight, the Enhanced Fulghor, by myself, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do this expedition in solo. So on the first day, I prioritized getting to level 3 at the very beginning, and I definitely did. So before I tackled any areas, I killed everything around me. And for some reason, the Virgin was waiting for me outside, so I took her out. Using Raider's wonderful poise, I was able to take her out no problem. Well, maybe a little bit of problems. I also took one of the Stone Sword keys upstairs, and I proceeded to do the Ever Jail. By the way, Hoarfrost Stomp is still amazing, so it's pretty good. Anyway, solo is quite difficult, so I recommend Raider. He has a lot of health, a lot of poise, a lot of stamina, and a very big weapon. I'm using the relic that enhances my attack power permanently after I defeat every Everjail prisoner. I also proceeded to get the churches, well, as many churches as I could. I took out the hippopotamus and I took physical damage negation. I did another Everjail to boost my attack power permanently even more. Took some runes as always because Raider does not need FP. Took another church right here and ended up hitting up a lightning area. This lightning area ended up giving me the Golem's lightning halberd, which is really good. You additionally can get affinity damage in enhancements, which increases your lightning damage, which by the way, that's what this boss is weak to. The Fulghor boss is weak to lightning. The first day was over. I did the Centipede Demon and I got a dormant power that really sucked. On my way to the Shrouded city here, the Shifting Earth, which by the way, if you don't have a Shifting Earth, you probably will have a lot of troubles. I got invaded by the Libra. So Libra's curse will require you to pay 35,000, I think, and it's very common during this expedition. So I recommend taking the enhanced armament or take the physic. I took the improved physique, which I think increases your damage negation and health. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, I recommend getting an armament if you don't have a good armament. On day 2, the very beginning, I did that and I went to Noclatio, the Shrouded City. I am starting from the left here, so follow this path if you want, and we are going to get you there to defeat the Natural Born of the Void. The Natural Born of the Void is the boss of the Shrouded City. He will drop a legendary armament most of the time, and most importantly, he will allow you to get his gift. His gift allows you to have an additional life, so it's like Wending Grace but for the entire team. But I'm playing solo, so I'm just doing it for the Wending Grace and the armament. In the Shrouded City, in this Shifting Earth, you can also duplicate your armament right here in the video. If you go to the left, right after this enemy, before the Black Knife Assassin, if you have two armaments that are really good, you can duplicate it right there. Come back after you duplicate your armament or wait until you get a good one after the Yastel boss fight or the Natural Born, defeat the Black Knife, and we took some stamina recovery speed. After that, we are continuously going to travel northwest and then up the big stairs to fight the Natural Born of the Void. Now, Natural Born of the Void is very difficult if you're solo, so I recommend having a really good weapon. I'm not too sure what he's weak to, but I just hit it in the head and it kind of like stopped breathing after a while. So that's what I did. His head is very susceptible to heavy attack damage, jump attacks, and with Raider, there's not much you can do in terms of range. So yeah, you gotta be careful with the grabs. Anyway, this Gargoyle Twin Blade is really good. I know it's Raider, yes, I know, but the Gargoyle Twin Blade is amazing. Anyways, we went for the bleed damage here that for some reason I got. I'm not too sure why. But anyway, I defeated him and my gift was the Bolt of Grandsax. This is one of the best weapons for this boss battle, the upcoming Fulghor. I'm not entirely sure if it affects him or not, but it says that it deals lightning damage. It's red lightning though. Let me know in the comments down below if you know the answer to that. Anyway, at the very end of day 2, I took out the Dragonkin Soldier on my way back to the final field boss, I guess. I'm not too sure how the day 2 boss, and we got the Rotten Staff. So I recommend the Rotten Staff because you can rot the boss, so that's what I like doing, the Fulghor guy. And at the beginning, I rot him, and then I hit him with the Bolt of Ransacks. Before we go, though, we're heading up the Merchant, and I'm taking the Wending Grace. Don't forget to buy a Wending Grace before you go up. And unfortunately, mine got procced at the end there. I wasted my Wending Grace because, honestly, look at this BS. I mean, it's insane how difficult or just unfair this boss battle is by yourself. You have 3 things that are hitting you, but eventually I managed to take out the commander and his goons, and he gave me something very, very, very precious, and that is the affinity damage negation. In case you don't know, Fulghor, the Darkdrift Knight, deals holy damage, so this is really good for us. Anyway, by day 3, I am currently level 15. I'm also purchasing another Wending Grace, which, by the way, you can purchase that at the blacksmith. And we're hitting up the Champion of Nightglow here. So this is the boss battle. And yes, I know what you're about to say. Oh, dude, you're dying. You're taking damage. How is this a guide? It's not really a guide. I'm just showing you how I did it. Anyway, to begin with, I took a bunch of damage because I suck at this game. But I procced the Rot on him. So he does a lot of AoE attacks. And he does a lot of very annoying charge attacks and yeah, but if you dodge at the correct time, you can pretty much avoid most of his damage. So yeah, he does a lot of AoE attacks. When he jumps like that, if you manage to dodge that correctly, you get an open window for damage there. Anyway, Bolt of Ransacks here. If he starts doing this charge attack, just press R2, heavy attack, and it'll break him out of it. It doesn't matter if it's a weapon that has lightning on it. I just did it. I've done it with other times, with other types of weapons. Anyway, when he starts running like that, just roll. I started sprinting because I'm an idiot. But yeah, so there we go. It's like a bull. And when you see the holy ground like that, usually jumping helps. But I just kind of wasn't familiar with the boss when I fought him, so I took a bunch of damage. Anyway, Bolt of Ransacks, dealing 463 damage every time I use the weapon art. And about 300... Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you hit him when he's charging up, that attack is amazing, by the way. Just get your R2s in with this boss, because you can stagger him a lot. Anyway, on phase 2, I'm going for the rot damage still. And there we go. He's gonna start doing his nuke attack. Now, when he starts doing his nuke attack, goes up in the air like that, well, that's not his nuke attack. That's him going into phase 2. You can still hit him, is my point. Anyway, he will throw down his arrows. Dark Moon arrow, or whatever it's called from Dark Souls 3. And I'm proccing my Totem Stella to prevent any damage. If you ultimate, you do not take damage. Anyway, that's his ultimate attack. When he starts jumping on top, like at the sky, I kind of just sprinted underneath him and rolled, and I was able to avoid the damage. So that's how you avoid the nuke in Fulghor's Darkdrift, Everdark Sovereign boss fight. You just kind of get underneath him and pray. So run towards the area that he's like floating above you, so just make sure you're directly underneath him. Anyway, I'm using Raider's character skill here to stop this horse that is very susceptible to stance breaking. But anyway, my point is, you have to play as Raider if you suck like me, because you can take a lot of damage. Anyway, when he's almost dead, he does his Spinaroonie, his Twin Blade attack. I'm taking a bunch of damage, but thankfully Libra gave me an enhanced physique, so I'm able to withstand it. Also, once again, physical damage negation and affinity damage is really good. When he goes up in the sky right like that, you can try to hit him with Bolt of Ransacks, but honestly, just get close to him. Don't waste your time trying to hit him. Just get close to him like this and get underneath him. I was able to avoid it every single time. That is how you avoid that. Literally just run underneath him. And yeah, when he's taken enough damage, he will break his stance. With Raider, I prioritize getting stance breaking upgrades and really good stuff like that. His character skill is amazing. This is why you need to get good at the character skill with him. And there we go, staggered him. And that's how I defeated the Everdark Sovereign Darkdrift Knight, Fulghor Champion of Nightglow, the Enhanced Fulghor. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, check out my guide, and I'll see you next time.